Hey everybody, Tom and James here from PC Gamer to talk about Atlas Reactor. How you doing, James?
I'm doing well.
Good. Well, Atlas Reactor, we got to play the alpha this last weekend. It's a 4v4 kind of sort of simultaneous and turn-based game where everybody makes their choices, they lock in their actions, and then all of the actions happen at the same time. What'd you think in the time you played it?
I have complex thoughts, Tom.
I kind of do too.
I think on the surface, it's really appealing because it's a mix of, it feels like football, the video game, where, you have a team of 5 or 4 people on each team, and you're locking in these decisions, and you're watching them play out all at once. And it's a novel idea. You also have like a grid that looks sort of like XCOM-y, and you have specific hero characters, which calls back to MOBAs and things I otherwise wouldn't be interested in. And this is an ideal format for me, at least on paper. The problem is, it is really hard to parse what character is capable of what you should be thinking about each turn, and coordinating with your teammates, especially when you're playing with random people, it felt impossible the few times we played together.
Yeah, and I'm hoping a lot of that is a problem with the fact that it's in alpha still.
Yeah.
Because there were these moments where it would be like you were imbued with like the might thing, and then it just doesn't. The only place to find out what might means is in this starter guide thing on the main menu right now. And I agree. I think the game is very, very cool, very unique. It's fun to play when you do figure it out, but right now in the alpha, it's very hard to parse, like you said. Like, there would be times in the prep phase where one character would kind of glow purple and do something.
For you, just don't swim in there or you'll melt.
And say a funny little voice line, and then I just had no idea what they had done, right? Yeah. And a lot of that is a similar problem to when you're just learning a MOBA, because it is character-based and ability-based, where you don't know what anyone does, and part of the game is learning what people do and figuring it out. So I think those might be problems that get smoothed out both over playing more and how the game gets kind of polished up more, but it was overwhelming when everything is happening at the same time and you have to learn all that stuff.
Yeah. So what did you think of its potential for being competitive and the long-term life of the game?
I mean, it's interesting, right? Because I think as a 4v4 game, if you were with a team of 3 other people really on comms doing this, I think Atlas Reactor would be incredibly compelling. I think it would be compelling to watch as an esport. I think it would be compelling to play in that setting. To the point where I hope the game succeeds so that I can see that and I can experience that. But as a solo queue game, it felt really daunting.
Yeah.
It felt really daunting when you'd see a low health enemy and 3 of your 4 people on your team, including yourself, would all deal the final blow damage to that person, and you'd all then try to move to the same square and kind of bump up against each other. If you're not communicating with your team, your entire effectiveness is just way lower.
Yeah, you might have a character who has a knockback, but unless you coordinate with a teammate who you might throw that use that knockback to throw them towards them, you might just totally whiff. Or vice versa. It can be just a bit of a crapshoot in a random queue, and hopefully the teaching tools are there in the end. I know that in a later version of the game they're gonna have hover over videos that show the moves on each character, so that's nice. But it's gonna be something that's looks friendly on the surface, but it's gonna be hard to really get into.
And hopefully people do get into it, though, honestly, because I was looking at this game and going, there is a potential for strategy here of predicting what other people are going to do and where they might go if they do this and such move and that sort of thing. And it was really exciting to think about. So overall, very interested by Atlas Reactor, I'd say.
Very interested and excited.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see where the game goes, how it grows, how it kind of smooths off some of those rough edges and that sort of thing.
Yep.
Because right now it's pretty rough, but it's also very, very cool, and I can see a lot of potential in it.
Yep, nothing like it. Looking forward to it.
Stay tuned at PCGamer.com for more of our coverage about Atlas Reactor, and we'll see you next time.